Starbucks is a stage 5 business. Okay? My favorite drink is chamomile tea. Chamomile tea is basically 2 ingredients, for those of you that don't know. It's a glass of water, and it's a bag of dirt. And where my office is, right next to us is a little deli that sells chamomile tea for less than $1. You just go there and get it all the time. But I don't get it there. I get it at Starbucks. I get a Venti, Mocha, Grande, Frappa, Mappa, whatever they call it, Tazo Surprise. And it costs how much? $5. For the same thing you could buy for $1. So how many of you still are skeptical you can't raise your fees? The average Starbucks patron drives past a competitive company, competitive cafe that offers the same product for 1/3 of the price. And the average Starbucks patron of 20 opportunities in a month to go to that Starbucks, guess how many times they go to that Starbucks? 18 out of 20. And they pass by the competition on the way for the privilege to pay 300% for the same thing they could buy down the road. How would you like to have that business? Sounds good. Sounds good. You sign up for that right away, right? They're an expert in coffee. They're an authority in the experience. And you'll pay triple for that privilege. Okay? You could go there too. Now, when I'm talking about stage 4 and stage 5, and I'll get to 6 and 7, it doesn't mean you have to become a big business to do that. It could be you and an assistant. It could be you and a partner. It could be 3 people. In my book, I wrote about what is a stage 7 business in Riverdale, New Jersey, which is a little ice cream shop. 4 employees. That's it. Stage 7 business. And I'll talk about that in a second. So stage 5 is when the systems take over. Okay? The systems are the star. You know you're a stage 5 business when you are complimented for something other than your product or your service. So as long as people are saying, wow, you're a great solar guy, you're a great architect, you're not stage 5 yet. When they're, you know what, working with that firm was so great, they made me feel at home, I saved money, I had a great experience, we were in our house faster than I ever even thought possible. Oh, by the way, they drew up some nice plans. That's when you're at stage 5. When they're talking about something other than your product or service, that's when you know. McDonald's is a good example. Every time McDonald's actually makes healthier food, they get bad press. I'm a vegan. I was very excited when they had a veggie burger, and it was actually really good. They got so much bad press, they took it off the menu. Every time they announce a salad, they're like, oh, that's not my McDonald's. I don't want a salad. I'll go somewhere else if I want a salad. I want my McDonald's. 2 minutes, getting that stuff in, fast food, convenient, same way everywhere in the world. Okay? Now, if your exit strategy is to sell, mergers and acquisitions, go public, do joint venture relationships, then you're targeting stage 6, where an asset is born. And stage 6 is kind of like stage 3 on steroids. You are cash flow positive every month, and you have a team in place that generates the leads and closes the sales and fulfills the orders. That's how you know you're stage 6. We have a team of people that generates the leads. We have a team of people that closes the sales. We have a team of people who fulfill the orders. Again, that can be 3 people. But it's got to be someone other than you. Now you say, wait a minute. I'm a business broker. I've sold plenty of businesses. Yeah. And my mother used to run garage sales too. I know the difference between selling at a discount and selling at a premium. Okay? Anyone can sell anything, right? But are you selling at a discount or are you selling at a premium? That's the difference. Stage 6, we want you to sell at a premium. But we've helped franchise owners sell their units, and they don't follow the system. One of the things I love to do as a business advisor, I absolutely love it, is to negotiate the purchase of a business. I absolutely love it, because you guys don't follow systems. So we put this tiny little clause in that just says, hey, listen, we will pay you X dollars for every customer that you can prove that your system bought them in, not you. We're not going to pay you for who you bought in because you're leaving. Those people don't count. Every person the system bought in, and business owners are quite proud of their, okay, fine. prove it to you. And we typically buy a business at 25 to 40 cents on the dollar. We bought a franchise at that. In a franchise, all they had to prove was that the customer just filled out the damn contract. And they couldn't even prove that for most of their clientele because they didn't follow the system. Right? So that's one of the areas, no matter what your size is, you want to work on. Your systems of your business. Okay? Now, stage 7 is the succession stage. Okay? That's where a legacy is born. At stage 7, you get to fire. Can I get you excited about being fired? What if I could set your business up in such a way that we could fire you and you'd still make the same amount of money? Would that be all right?
Yep.
That's stage 7. Stage 7 is a legacy business where you fire employee number 1, that'd be you, and you put a professional manager, CEO, whatever you want to call them in your place because you have the team in place and you have strong systems and you're an expert in the field. You see how you follow the progression? I'm an authority. I now built a team. We put in systems. We refined the systems. We now have lead generation and sales and business development systems in place. We are cash flow positive. It's taken us some time to get there. Now, stage 7, I can now hand it off to somebody else and say, here's your operations manual. Everybody's fired up. They can't wait to get started. And you're going to be the steward of the next generation. That's a stage 7 business. And I wrote about that in my book about a little ice cream shop in Riverdale. 4 employees, mom, dad, and the 2 daughters. Matter of fact, I applied for a job there when I was 12, 30-something years ago. When I told the guy, I'm like, yeah, I wrote about you in my book. I'm like, really? And I said, yeah. I said, you didn't, I applied here when I was, because I could walk there. I grew up in Riverdale, so I could walk there. And I'm like, hey, I eat the ice cream every day. I'm thinking I can get like free ice cream by getting a job here. I'm here every day anyway. You know, how about I work here? I'm like, I'd be taking a job away from my daughter. I can't do that. So, sorry. So it's mom and dad, 2 daughters. Been there for 50 years. It's a 3rd generation ice cream shop. And people, you know they're so strong because people will actually, you know, waiting in line is part of the experience. Like people drive by and they say, oh, no line, nothing going on. They actually, this year for the first time, actually put a corral up because the lines get so long. But the reason why the line is so exciting is people will say, hey, let's go down to this place and have an ice cream. So they'll take out their Sunday, you know, classic car, or they'll drive their motorcycle. So you see, and people will sit on the back of their hood and go tailgating. Or I'm getting away from that term because my wife is British and she doesn't get the concept of tailgating. But they'll tailgate. Right? So, and we have like pictures of the kids sitting in the trunk eating ice cream. My wife is like, I don't know why you guys do all this over here in America. This seems silly, but okay, whatever. So we have all these pictures of eating ice cream out of the back of our car. And we're like, hey, we dig that here. And so they are a stage 7 business. They're an authority in what they do. They've stuck to the knitting for their time. They have not deviated a lot. And they're not the cheapest. To be honest with you, I can't even tell you what the cost is. I don't even think of them in terms of price. But they're a destination now. Hey, you guys want to go out for ice cream? Where are we going? Yeah, let's go. Can we sit in the back? It's this tiny little shop. So it's not about being big. It's about how much of an authority are you? How consistent are you? What are your systems? Does that make sense? And at any stage of the game of your business, and if you're sitting here thinking, well, I'm a sales rep. What does that mean to me? Well, you can systematize your job. You could be known as an authority in anything. Right? And one of the quickest ways to get there for you guys, this is what I'd like to make your next 30-day challenge, is find out what is the top credential in your niche and apply for that certification. Go learn from that guru. Get involved in that association. What would be known as tops in your field, and in the next 30 days, take one action to associate yourself with whatever is the tops in that niche. 10 years ago, I wanted to be the top, so I found the top organizational guru in the world and studied with him. That's what I did. Right? I wanted to be, you know, if you're a weight loss expert, go run a marathon. Sign up for a marathon. If you're a personal trainer, go buy a piece of gym equipment and go do something that would be known as, you know, high level in that area. You're a consultant, take on somebody pro bono that's just a lost cause. Turn them around in your niche, whatever that means, and then use them as a testimonial. That will give you high credentials in the field. So open up a website called laundryeuphoria.com. Laundry room euphoria. And put like 10 examples of people like, look at my towel rack. I mean, that's how it happens these days. You know? You know? Stand on top of a roof. See that sun? It's free. Let me show you how to turn that into dollars. There's ways to do it. Do what would be considered to be the tops in your field, and then you can come back and you can increase your fees, your fee structure.